Welcome, welcome, all pro wrestling fans of all shapes and sizes from all around the world. Welcome to another live pro wrestling talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming. How's everybody doing tonight? My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. It is Sunday, March the 8th of 2026. Hope everybody's had a good start to the beginning of March. We're in a new month, so hope everybody's doing well. Starting to warm up some, and hey, I can dig that. I like the early start of the temperature change, so that's in the, upper 60s and 70s. I love it. And hopefully, it'll continue from there. But hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's had a good weekend. So, got a lot that I wanted to talk about in tonight's episode. So, want to review NXT Vengeance Day 2026. I just got caught up on that, so I wanted to review that. Also, want to talk some TJPW, and I definitely want to preview Grand Princess 26, but they've also got the cards for the first two Austin, Texas shows as part of the Texas Stampede tour that they're going to be doing in just 2 weeks. It's coming up. It's coming up soon. So I'm going to talk a little bit about those. But I'm going to definitely preview Grand Princess 26 because they just finalized the card for that. Going to talk, a couple of interesting things have happened. Going to go over the current standings for the New Japan Cup 2026, as well as the Cinderella Tournament 2026. The quarterfinals have been set for that tournament, and the entire first round of the New Japan Cup has been completed. So, got a lot to go over there. But, a couple of interesting things to point out before I start digging into reviews and previews and all that jazz. So, Pro Wrestling Eve's Wrestle Queendom just recently took place. They had a battle royal, and apparently the recently retired You made an appearance in said battle royal, which, was a one-time only thing. But it was pretty cool to see her appear and, compete a little bit, because she considers Pro Wrestling Eve like her second home. So, I thought it was pretty cool. Did the battle royal. So, and, I've met You twice. So, it's always good to see her. But, still, I hope she continues to enjoy retirement. But it was good to see her have some fun. Mercedes Moné lost 2 championships back to back. CMLL, and then this recent promotion in Italy. But yeah, she had 2 titles that she just lost. With one of them being the CMLL Women's World Championship to Persephone. So the downfall continues for the CEO, as Mercedes, I believe, is now down to, what is she down to? 7 belts? Something like that? Let me see what she's down to. I want to say she's down to 7 belts. Maybe 6. But yeah. Let me see if I can pull it up. So, yeah, so it looks like she's down to 6. It was the Bestia Women's Championship that she also just lost, which she lost to Swan. That was in Italy. So it was the CMLL World Women's Championship and the Bestia Women's Championship that she just recently lost. Pretty much back to back. So yeah, Mercedes right now is down to 6 championships. So, whew, it's starting to whittle away more and more. But we'll see how much longer she has those titles. But the downfall of the CEO continues. Another thing I wanted to talk about that just happened. Alex Windsor has become the new NJPW Strong Women's Champion. That's right. She actually dethroned Shuri in her first defense of said title. Wow. So, in the run back between Shuri and Alex Windsor, Windsor capitalizes. So now we know that Shuri is no longer a double champion. She still does have the IWGP Women's Championship, but yeah, a V0 for Shuri. And I know that's surprising for many. At the same time, you know, when you really think about it, I gotta remind folks, looking back at these specific titles, I mean, you got the Strong Women's title, you got the IWGP Women's title. These are New Japan belts. These are not Stardom championships. Now, when you really look at the many different title holders, I mean, you look at the Strong belt. Look who all has held that title. There's been 4 ladies. I think it's like 4 out of 7. Because they now have, they have 8 champions now. But yeah, 4 out of the 8 champions have been Stardom talent. And the rest, AEW, with the exception of Stephanie Fakir. Because, of course, that was the last thing that she won, still being part of, I believe it was CMLL, before she went to WWE. So, yeah, I mean, you look at the folks that have held that title, it's usually Stardom or AEW. Because, like I said, New Japan Pro Wrestling doesn't really have a women's division. Same thing with the IWGP Women's Championship. I mean, you look at the folks that have held that title. I mean, there's only been 5 champions, with Shuri being, a 2-time champ. But yeah, Shuri twice, Mayu Iwatani, Mercedes Moné, Kairi Sane, and Sari. So I mean, not really a whole lot of champions there, but one of them was a freelancer. 2 were Stardom talent at the time. 1 AEW, and Kairi. I guess Kairi was, kind of on a small stint with Stardom at the time that she won it. But I mean, that's what we have. That's what we have. Super Trebo says, hey Jason, how's it going? I've been feeling down lately with all the stuff going on with war in Iran, USA, and politics and stuff in general. The economy's bad. Feel like it's a low point right now. Which is why this is the time, Super Trebo, that you need to be praying. This is the time that you need to be getting closer to the Lord. I mean, I'm just keeping it real with you. I mean, there's hope. There's hope in all that's going on, but I mean, this is the time to really be praying and getting closer to the Lord. I don't know, where where your thoughts or whatnot lie on a religious standpoint, on a spiritual standpoint, but I'm just letting you know my take. Take that for what you will. But the point that I really want to emphasize is it seems like I know a lot of folks look at these titles like, you know, they're not that important and whatnot. And it's like, at the end of the day, can you really put them on the same level as, say, the World of Stardom Championship or the AEW Women's World Championship? Because when you think about it, these different superstars that have won these titles, you know, they're not even a part of New Japan when you really think about it. Because it's like, you know, being the fact that these are New Japan belts that have no women's division, because like I said, a lot of the wrestlers are either AEW or Stardom. But guess what? AEW has their own top women's championship. Stardom has their own top women's championship. And the thing is, Stardom is a Joshi promotion. You know, AEW is co-ed, but Stardom, that's an all-women's promotion. So it's like, I mean, I get it. It's still the fact that it's Shuri. I get that. But at the same time, I just don't think the value of those belts really compare to like the others, like the World of Stardom Championship, the AEW Women's World Championship, because those are legit the top titles of their brands. And that's how I look at it. That's really how I look at it. But it sounds like what's probably going to happen with Alex Windsor winning the NJPW Strong Women's Championship. I think there's a good chance not only could we see her defend that in AEW, but I think she's going to be back in Stardom for some more shows. I do. I think she'll be back in Stardom for some more shows. And who knows? Maybe she could be a lock for this year's 5-star Grand Prix. It's possible. It's very possible. So, we'll see what happens. But that's really my overall take. That's my overall take on that. But yeah. I know there was this discussion on how perhaps the original idea was that the NJPW Strong Women's Championship would be the main belt defended outside of Japan versus, you know, the IWGP Women's Championship being defended mainly in Japan. But they've been broken that long before now. So, honestly, it's not really that much any difference between the two with how they've been utilizing them. At least lately. So, that's the only thing that I can really say about that. Anyway. Andy, welcome to the stream. Howdy, Blitz. Almost time to giddy up for Texas. Yeehaw. Oh, man. I can't believe how close it's coming up. It's coming up very soon. Goodness gracious. Like, and then we still got cards for the Dallas and Houston show for them to post. Hopefully soon. Probably before the end of this week. So, yeah, looking forward to it. Jerry Correa, welcome to the stream. Good evening to you. What's good? But let's go ahead and knock out the review of NXT Vengeance Day. Since that's a small card, let's go ahead and get through that. So, one second. NXT Vengeance Day 2026 took place at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. Yeah, for this being a PLE, not really much hype to this PLE. I gotta keep it real with you. They did have a dark match, which, we didn't get to see, but Sean Legacy beat Tate Wilder in a dark match. But like I said, they never showed it. So, just thought I'd throw that in there since that happened. But, let me get my graphics out, get my notes out, and we'll get right into it. Alright, first match. First match, you had the street fight between Jaida Parker and Blake Monroe. Match was alright. It was very physical. Street fight, anything goes. We saw chairs being used. We saw tables being used. We even saw a big load of pearls being used, kind of like as a little, how they do with brass knuckles, just a bunch of pearls wrapped up. And we even got to see a bag of diamonds get used in this match. So, it was very physical. Lasted almost 13, well, pretty much just right at 13 minutes. But very physical, back and forth between these two. Definitely have established quite a rivalry. But it would eventually take Blake Monroe blinding Jaida with some of those diamonds that she poured out from that bag. And then she hit the glamour shot onto the bed of diamonds. And then pinned Jaida for the 1, 2, 3. Blake Monroe, your winner in the opening street fight. Pretty innovative finish, And after all, those diamonds, they cut. They can cut. So, but yeah, I was cool with the finish. Thought it was pretty neat. All right, let's go to the next match. Next match, Tony D'Angelo versus Dion Lennox from Dark State. So this actually started off as a brawl in the back parking lot. And then it kind of went into like the warehouse. And then it kind of went to a few different areas backstage before they finally got to the ring. Heck, even some of Dark State interfered along the way, and then OTM kind of took care of the rest of Dark State backstage. They brawled a bit, and then pretty much it spilled out into the ring. So they brawled for a while in the back before they really got to the ring for the match to officially start. Now, the match itself only lasted 7 minutes, 8 seconds, but that doesn't factor into the brawl backstage before that. So, a lot happened before the official start of the match. But, it was very physical. Also, Tony D'Angelo's new look, he does kind of look like, me and my nephew were talking about this, he does kind of look a little bit like a smaller Braun Strowman with like the longer curly hair with the thick beard and all that. So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. Shout out to my nephew for mentioning that. But yeah, overall, pretty physical battle. But once it got to the ring, the rest of Dark State was kept at bay, and it was just Dion and Tony D'Angelo, which was perfect for Tony D'Angelo. Was eventually able to put away Dion Lennox with the bada bing, bada boom, which I think he changed the finisher name to Dead to Rights. I could be wrong. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he changed the finisher name. But it's still the same finisher that he's been doing. So, but yeah, got the victory over Dion Lennox. Not surprised there. I mean, I figured Tony D'Angelo was going to get the win. But now that his first objective was take out Dark State, what is the second objective? Don't know. Maybe we'll get an idea this Tuesday. But remember, he had 2 objectives. So we'll see how that goes. All right. And then we had one of 2 title matches next. Check it out. Where's that? Ah, there it is. All right, here we go. All right, we had the NXT Women's North American Championship on the line as the champion, Izzi Dame, defended against Tatum Paxley. Of course, the big thing with this one was, Izzi Dame had the culling ringside, so she pretty much had support / backup. Tatum was pretty much on her own for this, but she had the crowd on her side. Match lasted a little over 15 and a half minutes, so it actually got a good amount of time. Got a really good amount of time. And even with the distractions, Tatum almost lost by countout. Was distracted on the outside by Shawn Spears, but was able to get back into the ring to beat the 10 count just in time. And like I said, Izzi got in her share of offense, even to the point where she looked pretty dominant for most of the match. But Tatum would not be denied. And even with the extra little bit of interference near the end, she was able to capitalize. I loved the no-sell she did on the code breaker. That was so cool, getting hit by that and then doing the backflip. That was a pretty cool moment. That was a cool segment. But eventually, Tatum Paxley hit the cemetery drive and pinned Izzi for the 1, 2, 3. And just like that, we have a new NXT Women's North American Champion in Tatum Paxley. Wow, so this is her second championship. Because remember, she's a former NXT Women's Champion. So, just like that, her second championship in her NXT career. So, congratulations to Tatum Paxley. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm cool with that. I could see this potentially being her last year in NXT. And then I think probably going into next year, I think next year she's going to get the call up. I really do. I think Tatum's going to get the call up to the main roster next year. So I'm gonna make that as a bold prediction. Tatum Paxley gets the call up to the main roster early next year. I think she finishes out this year on NXT, and then she gets call up to the main roster. And hey, if they do it earlier, hey, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that if they do it earlier than that. They did have a segment where they're gonna have a triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship. They had that segment in the ring with JC Jane, Zarya, and Sol Ruka. I mean, that's going to be a triple threat. So that's going to be interesting. But I figured they were going to do something like that, being that this card wasn't very big, that they had to utilize some extra time to kind of do some side segments. So yeah, that was one of them. That was definitely one of them. But let's continue on with the matches. Next match. Here we go. Next up, we had the NXT Underground match between Lola Vice and Kelani Jordan. Welcome to the stream, Blood Money. Now, first off, the look for Kelani Jordan, the black and red, that was pretty unique. Match wasn't very long. It was only 6 minutes, 37 seconds. There was definitely a time where Kelani was in control. You know, she exposed the damaged hand of Lola Vice and definitely took advantage for quite a bit. Even spilled to outside of the ring. Lola Vice had to fend off some of the ringside folks. But it wasn't a long match. And the finish was actually kind of cool. Lola caught Kalani's leg, did the assisted backflip, bam, right into a spinning back fist, dropped Kelani Jordan, a couple of elbows, referee stopped the match, awarding the victory to Lola Vice via TKO, which now makes Lola Vice 4-0 in NXT Underground matches. Still undefeated. So, in all honesty, that's her match. That is her match. So, it's not really much of a surprise that Lola won. This is her match. And she also had the AAA mixed tag title belt with her when she came to the ring. So yeah. Like I said, no surprise there. Blood Money says it's pretty obvious Lola Vice was winning. Spinning back fist and the elbow strikes. Yeah, this is her match. Andy says, are NXT ticket prices as crazy as WWE prices? You know, that's a good question. I know I haven't been to an NXT show. I think the last time I went to an NXT show was when they did Vengeance Day in Charlotte at the Spectrum Center. I want to say, now, are they as high as main roster show prices? I don't think so. But I haven't been to an NXT show in a hot minute. So, if anybody else wants to chime in, please do. But I want to say I don't think so. But I could very well be wrong. Jerry Correa says, Lola should be in Bloodsport during WrestleMania week. It depends. I mean, if she's not booked for anything else. Well, you know what? The Bloodsport show is on a Friday. I mean, she could. I mean, I don't know if AAA is doing something or whatnot, but, I mean, Bloodsport's on a Friday. Maybe. Okay. And then the main event. NXT Championship. The champion, Joe Hendry, versus Ricky Saints. I mean, match was alright, but I don't know. It was really hard for me to really stay locked in on this match. Lasted 16 minutes, 15 seconds. But I don't know. It was hard for me to really stay into this match. But it was back and forth. Ethan Page came down to the ring later, was looking to assist Ricky Saints. Went to slide in the title, slid it in too far to the point where it got to Joe Hendry. Ricky Saints tried to cheat to win, did the low blow, did the Revolution DDT, but Joe Hendry kicked out. And then Joe Hendry got payback. Got some nice payback using a low blow of his own with the ref distracted and then hitting the standing ovation. 1, 2, 3. Joe Hendry, still your NXT champion. Yep, that whole sequence backfired for Ethan Page and Ricky Saints. But there you have it. Overall, the show was, I mean, if I had to pick a favorite match, probably the NXT Women's North American Championship match. I think that's probably my favorite match of the whole card, but this wasn't really that exciting of a show, and that's probably why it took place at the Performance Center. But, you know, this really could have been a Tuesday show. I hate to say it, but this really could have been a regular Tuesday night NXT show with the type of card they had, and just, I don't know. What do y'all think? But I think this could have been a non-premium live event. But that's just me. But the next one on the list is Stand and Deliver, which will be in early April. So, which, like I said, a big thing is the fact that it's not going to be during WrestleMania week. So, yeah, that's pretty wild. That is pretty wild. Okay. Jerry Correa says, yeah, nothing really happened in Vengeance Day. Nah, like I said, they booked the triple threat for the NXT Women's Championship, but that's pretty much it. There weren't like any crazy surprises or anything like that. Okay. Let's move into some TJPW, some Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. So, before we get into Grand Princess 26, it has been announced the cards for both Austin, Texas shows. So that's 2 out of the 4 Texas Stampede Tour shows that they have the confirmed cards for. So, you know, I'm not going to go too deep, but I at least want to put them up on screen and we at least go over them a little bit. So let's take a look. Oh, John Elite, welcome to the stream. Says, interesting, Stand and Deliver isn't during Mania weekend. Yeah, that was quite a surprise. Quite a surprise. But I do hope that it's at least a bigger, better card than Vengeance Day, because Vengeance Day was pretty meh. Okay, so this first one is Texas Stampede Austin Day 1. Okay, so we got 6 matches. So it looks like that's the magic number. 6 matches per show. So if we start from the bottom right, we got singles match between Suzume and Uta Takami. Okay. Suzume will probably win that one. We have another singles match. Shino Suzuki versus the newly branded Sakura Hattori, formerly known as Kaya Toribami. We don't know who she'll look like yet, but we know that it's her. She's getting a name change, rebranding, all that jazz. But yeah. And then we got a tag team match. We got the interesting combination. We got Hyper Misao and Mifu Ashida taking on the team of Pam Harajuku and Raku. Blood Money's like, Pam-chan. Well, you're not a fan of Pam? I mean, she's a comedy character, so. But, going back to Shino Suzuki, Sakura Hattori. I'm gonna say Sakura Hattori. For Hyper Misao, Mifu Ashida, Pam Harajuku, Raku, I'm gonna say Pam Harajuku, Raku will probably get the victory. Let's see, we got another tag match. Got the team of the Pink Striker, Miyu Yamashita and Aris Endo, taking on the team of the Burning Venus, Yuki Aino, and the Popping Sugar Rabbit, Mizuki. You know what? That could kind of go either way. could really go either way. I'll say Miyu Yamashita, Arisa Endo, but that could really go either way. Oh, Lord. And he says Austin is about to get iconic. Oh, Jesus. Well, might as well get into it. We got a tag match. Shoko Nakajima, the big kaiju, teaming up with one half of the Princess Tag Champs, Wakano Ehara, to take on, oh, Jesus, Cassie Lee, Jessie McKay, the Inspiration. But you know what? I will say this. At least they're getting a match. At least they're getting a match, and their first match ain't a title match. So you know what? I can be okay with that. I can be okay with that. But, you know, you got to build them up. So I think the Inspiration picks up the victory in this one. And then what I assume will be the main event. Tag team match. We got Daydream of Miyu Watanabe and Rika Tatsumi going up against the combo of Double Yuki. Yuki Kamifuku and Yuki Arai. That should be a really good main event. You know what? I really don't know. But you know what? I'll probably give the advantage to Daydream since they're the more established tag team. Yeah. I'll say Daydream. They're the stronger tag team. Now, let's take a look at Austin Day 2. Let's see how they switch things up. Okay. So for this one, okay, so the first day they had 2 singles matches and 4 tag matches. This one they got 3 singles matches and 3 tag matches, okay? Let's see. Starting from the lower right, Yuki Arai and Mifu Ashida versus Shino Suzuki and Arisa Endo. You know what? I'm going to give Yuki Arai and Mifu Ashida the victory there. Yeah, I'm going to give them the victory for that one. Singles match, Hyper Misao, Sakura, Hattori. You know what? 2 for 2. I'm going to say Sakura beats Hyper Misao. Why not? So 2 for 2. Okay. We will see Uber Eats in action as the Princess Tag Team Champions, Uber Eats, Yuki Kamifuku, the Casual Beauty, and Wakano Ehara will take on the team of Raku and Palm Harajuku. Definitely got to go with Uber Eats getting the victory. Andy says, Austin Day 2 just casually getting Miyu and Shoko. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Singles match, the White Dragon Rika Tatsumi versus Yuki Aino, the Burning Venus. That actually could go either way, but I'm going to say Rika Tatsumi picks up the victory. We got the Pink Striker versus the Big Kaiju. Miyu Yamashita versus Shoko Nakajima. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know about this one. This one could go either way. Or heck, honestly, that could be the main event. They could make that the main event of Austin Day 2, if you really think about it. But, I'm going to go with the safe pick. I'm going to go Miyu Yamashita. And then we have another tag team match. The team of Miyu Watanabe and Suzume going up against this year's Futariwa Princess. Or wait a minute. I'm sorry. This year's Futariwa Princess finalists in Mizuki and Uta Takami. I'm going to say Mizuki Uta Takami picks up the victory there. But yeah, interesting cards there for Austin Day 1 and Day 2 of the TJPW Texas Stampede. tour. And just, I was going to see. It's taking place at the Palmer Events Center, Exhibition Hall 1, is where both of these are taking place at. In Austin, Texas. So, yeah. Should be good. Like I said, I will be at the Dallas show. I'll be at the Dallas show. So, looking forward to that. Andy says, I think Mizuki and Uta should name their team White Rabbit. White Rabbit? That could work. That could definitely work. I like that. I like that. That could work. And I definitely believe that it's a team that we're gonna continue to see team up going forward. After all, considering the success they had in the tag tournament. Okay. Now, let's get to Grand Princess 26. The full card of Grand Princess 26 has been confirmed. I got mixed feelings. But I'm hoping the matches will still be solid. But I gotta be honest, it's not really the type of card that I hope for. But we'll see what happens. But I hope the matches will still be good. Andy says, do you think Kick Slash continues tagging after Kaya's transformation? That's a good question. I would say yes. I would say yes. Because, I mean, I feel like that's really a tag partner that has really complemented Miyu Yamashita well ever since Maki Ito left. So, I would say yes. I would say yes. Okay. Grand Princess 26 will take place on March 29th at the Ryogoku Kokugigan, which is a beautiful venue, one of my favorite venues when I first visited Japan. It's a beautiful venue. I recommend anybody and everybody to check out Ryogoku Kokugigan. Grand Princess, we got 10 matches. So let's go ahead and jump into the preview. Okay. First up, we have a singles match. Uta Takami of the Up Girls, last year's rookie tournament winner, will take on the rookie Shion Kanzaki. They were both horses. Horse. Jeez. Thanks a lot, Hendrix, for getting that song stuck in my head. Oh, man. But yes, Uta Takami, Shion Kanzaki. Gotta give this one to Uta Takami. I mean, Shion has been getting better and better. And hey, you know, she had the double opportunity in her debut. She had a match and she had a horse race. So, hey, that goes to show that Tej is invested in Shion. So, gotta love it. But I do think Uta Takami picks up the victory. Probably a koala clutch. It's her favorite move. But, yeah, Uta Takami for the win. Blood Money, Andy, I agree. Uta for the win. Definitely agree. Okay. Now, it's about to get really crazy. Okay. Next match It's about to get crazy. Next match. So we have we have a delayed entry battle royal for the Ironman Heavymetalweight Championship. Oh God. We have the champion Rika Tatsumi, aka the Great Wakabayashi-kun. I don't even know what the heck that means. But it's a cool name. I'll say that. I don't know what it means, but it's a cool name. She'll defend this championship against Raku, Chika Nanase, Mahiro Kiryu, Matcha, Sakura Hattori, Mifu Ashida, the recently announced idol Momo Sato, Kira Summer, and Minimo-chan. I mean, I'm kind of surprised that Matcha didn't get like a tag match or a singles match for this show. I kind of expected her to get a single or tag match, but yeah. Andy says Rika's she's gonna wear makeup or disguise or something. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I mean, they had her face blurred. So when it ultimately comes down to it, who will be the last person remaining to walk out of this match still holding the Ironman Heavymetalweight Championship? Andy says, last battle royal, a mascot lost its head and a pillow won the belt. That's right, a pillow, yeah, pillow did win. You know what? Watch it be something crazy like Momo Sato or Minimo-chan end up walking away with this title. Something crazy like that. And then once the match is over, there'll be a scramble to try to pin the champ. Yeah, watch it be like Momo Sato or Minimo-chan. Oh man, this match is going to be wild. This match is going to be wild. But something tells me Rika probably won't finish with this championship, but in an Ironman Heavymetalweight Championship match, you just never know. You just never know what could happen. Bloody Money says, R-Truth shows up and wins the Ironman Heavymetalweight title in the funniest way possible. Well, I mean, he was 24/7 champion like 80-something times, so, I mean, yeah, fair, I guess, fair point, yeah, fair point. It'd be really weird, but, hey, it's a type of title that he's familiar with, so, hey, you know, I don't hate it. Okay. All right, let's go to the next match. Let's see. Yes. All right, tag team action. All righty, we got the bumping gritters of Himawari and Shino Suzuki taking on the rookie Ren Kanatsu and Toga. So we got Toga teamed up with the winning horse. Oh man, that's gonna be on my mind for a while. Honestly, this is a pretty easy pick. Got to go with the bumping gritters to win. I do like Toga and Ren Kanatsu, and hey, we'll see Toga in Vegas, so I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, I got to go with bumping gritters to pick up the victory. I do like Ren Kanatsu as well. It's cool to see that she has a finisher, you know, and also was able to finally get her first singles victory. So shout out to Ren Kanatsu. Blood Money says Himawari Shino Suzuki wins. Yeah, I agree. Andy says, you might say Toga is the jockey. You know what? That's not a bad point. That's not a bad point. But it kind of makes me wonder if Yuna Manase was didn't get injured. It probably would have been Hot Shot versus Bumping Gritters. But, you know, it's unfortunate that injuries happen. But, you know, you gotta be able to make adjustments where you can. But yeah, Bumping Gritters for the win. Okay, let's go. Oh dear. Let's go to this next match. Oh man. Yeah. Oh god. We got a special 6-woman tag match as we have the team of the Burning Venus Yuki Aino, the Big Kaiju Shoko Nakajima and Haru Kazushiro, taking on the trio of Pam Harajuku, Aja Kong, and Max the Impaler. Oh, goodness gracious. I swear, if that first team doesn't put Yuki Aino at the bottom of the tower, prepare for this to be a squash match. Prepare for this to be a squash match. I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding. This might end up being a squash match, and they may have to run it back. I just have that feeling. Blood Money, what do you have against Palm? I'm curious. What do you have against Palm? But Blood Money wants Yuki Aino, Haru Kazushiro, Shoko Nakajima. Please don't say squash match. I don't know if you know, but it kind of happened recently. You know that, right? You know that, right? So it's not impossible for it to happen again. I'm just saying. And besides, when it happened, what did they do? They ran it back. So I'm just saying that sometimes is a thing in Japan. I mean, we see it happen all the time with Shin Sakura Hirota. That happens like 80% of the time. Shoot. Heck, it happened 3 times in a row with Megaton. Shoot. But then again, this might, being that it's Grand Princess, this could be the match where the Burning Venus, the Big Kaiju, and Haru actually get it together and they come away with this. That could actually happen. Andy said Palm pinned Shoko the other day. Maybe it happens again. You know what? Blood Money says Palm annoyed me back at Malaysia or at Japan. She wants to have a picture with me that bad. You make it sound like that's a bad thing. What? What? Why is that a bad thing? A professional wrestler wants a picture with you? That's a bad thing? Well, I guess whatever floats your boat. Even so, Palm-chan showing picture of Minoru Suzuki and she's... Oh, yeah? But I mean, hey, you know, she's a comedy character. What do you expect? Andy says, don't forget they'll have Super Sentai heroes in their corner too. That's right. You know what? That's probably going to be the turning point. That's probably going to be the turning point. You know what? I'm going to say Yuki Aino, Haru Kazushiro, Shoko Nakajima pull this off. I think that's going to be the turning point. Good call, Andy. Good call. Yeah, I'm picking them to win. That's going to be the turning point. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Who do we got next? Oh, snap. This next one should be good, good, good. I'm ready. I'm actually pretty hyped for this one. As crazy as it sounds, I'm actually hyped for this one. We got a singles match between the Popping Sugar Rabbit Mizuki and Andres the Giant Panda. Andres the Giant Panda, the thief behind the stealing of Mizuki's Pico hammer. It's personal. Oh, yes. It was Mizuki that turned Andres the Giant Panda into a big old memorable meme. It's personal. But you know what? Andres the Giant Panda is going to get another bump to that panda skull of his. I am going the Popping Sugar Rabbit Mizuki to win. And she's going to get her Pico hammer back. Or who knows? Who knows? Maybe she'll show up and have a secret weapon in the form of an evolved, upgraded, super Pico hammer. I'm just saying. The Popping Sugar Rabbit's a smart Popping Sugar Rabbit. Yeah, she may have had her comedic days. She still kind of does. But there's a reason why Mizuki is who she is. I mean, come on. 4-time Princess Tag Team Champion. 2-time Princess of Princess Champion. 2-time Tokyo Princess Cup winner. Don't underestimate the Popping Sugar Rabbit. Okay. Yeah, Mizuki versus Panda. Blood Money wants Mizuki to win. TJPW is a cartoon and I love it. Yeah, pretty much. It's funny you say that her assigned task from Sasadango is to find another weapon. Yeah, I did remember him mentioning that, so like I said, I think she could show up with a evolved, upgraded, stronger Pico hammer. But we'll see what happens. Blood Money says Mizuki needs to win the International Princess title in the future. Here's the thing. I don't know. Because you say that, yet there's another that hasn't won that title either. Miyu Yamashita. She's never won that title. And she's a what, 4-time? Or 4 or 5-time Princess of Princess champion? So, honestly, I don't think she necessarily needs to win that title. Because, I mean, the only thing it'll do is, I mean, yeah, that'll give her Grand Slam status, but, I mean, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Being that TJPW only has 3 championships, I mean, compared to a lot of other promotions, is it really crazy difficult to do that? I'm just saying. When you really think about it, Blood Money, I'm just saying. Andy says, what happened to May Sarah's knife? Maybe she can make a quick phone call. Didn't that end up breaking? I thought that knife ended up breaking. Or maybe I forgot how that went down, but I thought that knife ended up breaking. I could be wrong, though. That was a big knife. That was a big old like. That kind of looked like a slightly smaller version of Cloud Strife's Buster Sword. That thing was dangerous looking. Yeah, that thing was dangerous looking. So, let's see. But yeah, Mizuki's my pick to win. Okay, let's go to the next match. Let's see. Here we go. Next match. All right, we got a special tag team match. Got the team of Miyu Yamashita, the Pink Striker, teaming up with Aris Endo, and they will be taking on quite a powerful combo in Lei Ying Lee from TNA and the Sun God Sari, stepping back into a Tej ring. I definitely expect to see some back and forth between Yamashita and Sari for obvious reasons. But I'm going to have to go with Sari and Lei Ying Lee to pick up the victory here. But yeah, that's going to be quite a combo. Sari and Lei Ying Lee. And it's good to see Lei Ying Lee back in a Tej ring. I think the last time Lei Ying Lee wrestled in Tej, I want to say was Wrestle Princess 6 last year. I think that's the last time she wrestled in Tej. Andy, correct me if I'm wrong. Fact check me on that. Let's see. Blood Money says, oof, that's a tough pick, but I'm going to have to go with Sari and Lei Ying Lee to win. Yeah, that's who I'm going with as well. But it should be a good match. Should be a really good match. But yeah, I expect it to get pretty physical as well. Especially between Yamashita and Sari. So, it should be good. Should be really good. Okay. All right. This next match, I'm not as hyped as I could have been, but it should still be an entertaining match. I think it'll still be an entertaining match, but I don't think it's at the quality that it could have been. But check out this next match. Got a special tag team match. Andy says, I think it was January 4th, 2025 for Lei Ying Lee. Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling 25? Lei Ying Lee last appearance in Tej was December 24th, 2024 at TJPW Year M. Has it been that long? I could have sworn I thought she was at Wrestle Princess 6. Huh, okay. Okay, fair enough. Wow. Year End Party of 2024. Interesting. Yeah, I wasn't at that show. I was at the first show in 2025. But interesting. Okay. Okay. So, special tag team match. We got the husband and wife duo of the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita, and the magical girl Yuka Sakazaki, taking on the pairing of Super Sasa Dango Machine and Hyper Misao. Yeah, I got a feeling that this will mostly be a comedy match, which is why I'm bummed, because I really felt like they could have gone with a better combo tag team for Takeshita and Sakazaki to face. Yeah, this is kind of a letdown, but I hope this will be an entertaining match. I really do. I hope this will be an entertaining match. But I expect it to have a good load of comedy. Yeah, gotcha, Blood Money. But I'm going to say the Alpha and the Magical Girl pick up the victory. So going Yuka and Takeshita. Oh, Blood Money, you're going with Yuka and Takeshita as well? Yeah, I think they'll definitely win. But it's good to see Yuka back in a Tej ring. It's just weird. She graduated from TJPW, but yet she's wrestled on TJPW, what, like six more times? 6-7 more times since her graduation? Honestly, with what AEW and ROH are doing, she might as well just return to Tej. Or maybe consider going to Stardom. I don't know. I mean, she's already teamed up once with Mayu Iwatani, so hey. You know, just saying. But we'll see what happens. Okay. Are y'all ready for some championship matches? Who's ready for some championship matches? Let's get into some championship matches. All right. Andy says Namba has announced a few times since she graduated. Yep, that's true. Heck, she'll be there in well, we know for sure she'll be there in Vancouver, and she'll be in Vegas. I'm pretty sure, well, maybe hopefully she'll be in Texas, but we haven't heard anything yet, so, you know, we'll see. But we at least know she'll be in Vancouver and in Vegas. Okay, first championship match. We got the International Princess Championship on the line. As the champion, Mirai will defend against Suzume. This should be a really good match. Like I said, I still think Suzume versus Miyu Watanabe is a match of the year candidate. Suzume has been really showcased well, especially since holding this title. She once held this title, and I was there in Japan when she won this title. So, Suzume will be a strong challenger. So, a couple of things. Now, when Suzume won this title before, she ended up losing it to Moka Miyamoto. Unfortunately, Moka Miyamoto ended up retiring. She never defended that title. And then it was vacated. Aris Endo ended up winning it. So I could see the possibility of Suzume winning this back and having maybe a longer reign. But with the showing that she had in the Pop title match, I honestly think Suzume is very close to eventually hoisting up the Princess of Princess Championship. So for now, I'm going to say Mirai is going to hold on to the title a little longer. So I'm going to say Mirai for the victory. But, like I said, I would not be mad if Suzume won. I mean, this is Grand Princess. This is a big show. They could do it. But I'm going to say Mirai retains. Blood Money's picking Mirai. Andy says, my early gut pick is Suzume, but I'm not married to it. Yeah, and that's fair. That's fair. But I do kind of see how Suzume could end up winning this. I think it's very possible. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with Mirai. Okay, let's go to our next match. Oh, jeez. I still can't even believe that this is a freaking match on TJPW's biggest show. Yeah, let's just get this over with. We got the Princess Tag Team Championships on the line. As the champions, Uber Eats, the Casual Beauty, Yukikami Fuku, and Wakana Uehara will defend, I don't know why the heck this is even a match, against Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay of the Inspiration. Most of y'all know them as the Iconics. To show y'all how serious I am, I'm going to take my glasses off and say what I have to say about this. Wakana Uehara, Yukikami Fuku. Now, first off, I'm looking forward to seeing y'all again in Texas and Vegas and all that. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, if y'all lose these freaking tag team titles to the Inspiration of any tag team y'all could possibly lose to, if y'all lose to the Inspiration, I will legit consider Uber Eats a bust. And I mean that. If y'all lose these titles to the Inspiration, I will deem Uber Eats, for it doesn't matter to me how long they stay together as a tag team, y'all will be deemed a bust in my mind, in my heart. Love y'all to death, but that's what y'all will be. As a tag team, y'all will be a bust to me. If y'all lose those titles, if y'all lose these titles to the Inspiration of all tag teams, y'all are a bust. Better not happen. Better not happen. Better not happen. It better not happen. I'm telling y'all, if it happens, Uber Eats are a bust. I'm going to tell y'all right now. We're talking now. Let me, you know what? No, let me keep the glasses off. Let me emphasize. This is the same team. This is the same team that, as champions, won the Futari Wa Princess 6 tournament. And you mean to tell me that they're going to lose on the biggest stage to a team like the Inspiration? We're talking about the same team that beat former Futari Wa Princess winners / former tag champions of Kyoraku Kyome. Coda? Do what's best for business. Please. Do what's best for business. This is the same team that lost in their AEW debut to the Brawling Birds like that. You know what? You know what? Nah. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, here we go. This is the same team, the Inspiration, the Iconics, whatever you want to call them. This is the same team that lost in their AEW Dynamite debut to the Brawling Birds in 1 minute and 39 seconds. And you honestly expect me to believe and support the idea of them beating Uber Eats at Grand Princess for the tag titles? Give me a break. Give me a break. No. 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 No, sir. No, ma'am. No. Do not pass go. Don't collect $200. No. 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 Coda. I really hope you were watching that episode of Dynamite. Please, I beg of you, please don't have that joke of a tag team win the prestigious Princess Tag Team Championships. The same tag team championships that were defended on DPW soil in North Carolina. And you want the Inspiration to hold them? Really? 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 A team that lost their debut in under 2 minutes? No. 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 Telling you right now. Uber Eats lose this match, they are immediately deemed a bust. Uber Eats as a tag team, bust. If they lose these tag titles to the freaking Iconics. To a joke of a tag team that lost a match, a debut match in under 2 minutes. No. No. That makes absolutely a million bajillion infinity % doesn't make sense to me. Makes no sense to me. No sense. No sense. No sense. And I don't mean the CENTS. I meant no sense. SENSE. No sense. None. No. No. Okay. Okay, let me calm down. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. Yeah. 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 Let me calm down. Let me calm down. Okay. Okay. Ooh, we got comments. Let's see what the comments say. Okay. Andy says, "Come on, Blitz, get inspired." No. Blood Money says, Uber Eats retain. Yes, absolutely. Call them bums if they lose. Yep, I will deem them as a tag team. Uber Eats will be a bust. If they lose those tag titles. Blitz feels so strongly he'll boycott both Uber Eats and Uber Eats. You know what? That's not a bad idea. DoorDash for the win. Whoever is the booker of TJPW should be fired if Inspiration wins tag belts. I don't really campaign for folks losing their jobs, but maybe a big old pay cut. What's up, Rockus? What's up, Al? Let's punch Tetsuya Koda if the Inspiration wins. Nah, it wouldn't. Nah. A punch is too simple. Never seen Blitz this mad. Oh. It's rare. It's rare. I take it a good thing happened today that kind of... No! Andy says yes, no. I think they can do well as champions and bring North American eyes to the product. No. Yes, no. Andy says, boy, I can't wait for them to win after all. No. Albert says yes in the words of Brian. No. 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 N-O. 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 No. 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 Anio. Yeah. No. Ani. No. No. Okay. Let's move on to the main event. Okay. I'm cool. Okay, main event. Okay, main event of Grand Princess 26. The Princess of Princess Championship on the line. As the champion, Miyu Watanabe defends against Yuki Arai. So, I definitely really thought about this for quite a bit. Raka says, yeah, no. So, I've honestly come to the conclusion, I think Miyu Watanabe retains, but a part of me could see Yuki Arai getting another shot at Wrestle Princess 7 by winning the Tokyo Princess Cup. So, I'm going to say Miyu Watanabe retains. Now, I wouldn't be mad if Yuki Arai won. That just goes to show that, they're ready to put the title on her. Not to mention, they're ready to make her a Grand Slam champion. And this could be the show that it happens. But I think Miyu Watanabe holds this title just a little while longer. And I think Yuki Arai earns another shot by winning the Tokyo Princess Cup. And I could see her winning this title at Wrestle Princess 7. And a big part of me kind of hopes that can happen, because if it's around a date time that I'm hoping for, I might actually be able to see it while I'm in Japan. Because they did say Wrestle Princess is going to be around that September-October time frame. And if they have it during the time that I'll be there, oh, you best believe I'm going to definitely get myself a ticket for Wrestle Princess 7. Absolutely. Absolutely. Albert says, I'm having a lovely dinner at Shake Shack to this rant. Ooh, Shake Shack. Nice. This might be close. Yeah, I think it definitely will be close. Andy says, this is a tough one, but I like what you said the other day, Blitz. Maybe Miyu retains and Arai wins the Princess Cup. I definitely could see that happening. Blood Money is going Miyu Watanabe as well. Andy says, it feels like when Poi faced Starlight Kid for the white belt. It wasn't time for Poi to lose it, but it was time for SLK to win it. Oh, yeah. Oh, at Dream Queendom? Yeah. Albert says, do you see TJPW really pulling the trigger on Yuki Arai? Yeah, I could see it. I could definitely see it. I think she's worthy. I definitely think she's worthy. Because, you know, as I've said before, this is somebody that has proven that can win in a big way. After all, she was a tag team champion, the Reiwa AA Cannons with Saki Akai. They beat the Magical Sugar Rabbits, the best tag team in TJPW history, to win those titles. Yuki Arai dethroned Max the Impaler to win the International Princess Championship. I mean, beat them clean. So yeah, she's one away from Grand Slam status, and honestly, I think she pulls it off. I definitely think she eventually pulls it off. It might not be at Grand Princess 26, but she's eventually going to be the next Grand Slam champion. So, Raka says, well, I can see Kota put the belt on Arai. I'm picking Miyu. But it's definitely, it's going to be big. It's going to be really big. Both have submissions over each other, and they're going to be battling out a little bit between now and Grand Princess. So we'll see them both on the Texas tour. So there's that. But who knows, y'all? We could see Yuki Arai in Vegas as Princess of Princess champion. Or it could be Miyu Watanabe. Brings it back. We shall see. But overall, this isn't as great of a card as I would have wanted. But I'm still going to enjoy it. I'm still going to watch it. According to the time, it's looking like it's going to be Sunday at midnight EST. So I might even do a live reaction stream for that. Yeah, may have to do that. But yeah, we got 10 matches though. We got a lot of matches. 10 matches. So it's a lot of action. Albert says, subjective, but I think the Inspiration are the best TJPW tag team of 2026 thus far. No. No. They're the worst. They're the worst. No. Okay. Now let's get into some tournament talks. Let's get some tournament talks going. I do want to mention, so Pro Wrestling Noah. So we just had the Noah Junior Tag League finish up, which congratulations to Dragon Bane and Alejandro, who not only won the Noah Junior Tag League for this year, but just became the GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. They have dethroned Los Intocables to become the new champs. So, excuse me. So congratulations to them. But there's more. Because now, starting in May, Mercari presents the Neo Global Tag League 2026, which this will showcase the heavyweights. So the juniors, the super juniors got their moment. They got their tournament. Now it's time for the heavyweights to get their moments. Hendrix, welcome to the stream. So, Andy says, I hear they only won the Noah Junior Tag League because the Inspiration decided not to. No. Neo Global Tag League 2026 will start May 23rd in Kyoto. So they got the date set. So May 23rd they'll be in Kyoto. The 24th in Umeda. On the 26th in Tsunomiya. On the 30th, Korakuen Hall. On my birthday, the 31st of May, they'll be in Nagaoka. June 2nd, they'll be in Shinjuku. June 3rd, Hodagaya. June 6th in Akita. June 7th in Hirosaki. June 13th in Numazu. And then the finals of the Neo Global Tag League will take place on June 16th at Korakuen Hall. So two Korakuen Hall shows, including the final show for the Neo Global Tag League. But yeah, looking forward to checking this out and looking forward to seeing what talent they'll announce that'll participate in the tournament. But yeah, should be good. Should be really good. Should be really, 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 really good. 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 I just took y'all back. Bust a Groove. Great game. PS1, Ham. Really good game. Okay. Let's talk tournaments. Now, New Japan Cup 2026. So the first round in the books. So let's take a look at our current standings. All right. Get the gunk out my eye. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay, so the first round of the New Japan Cup 2026 has come to its conclusion. We now know our next matchups. So, starting from the top left, of course, Yuya Uemura defeated Great Khan. Don Fale defeated Aaron Wolf, which I don't know what the heck they're doing with Aaron Wolf. How the heck they're going to have that dude debut at Wrestle Kingdom, win the Never Openweight Championship, beating Evil, the leader, and then all of a sudden, first defense, he loses it in under 2 minutes to freaking Ren Narita. Ugh. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it. Anyway, speaking of Ren Narita, defeated Taichi. Bolton Oleg with a big victory over ELP. Jake Lee defeating Yoshihashi. Poor Yoshihashi can't catch a break. Callum Newman defeating Oscar. Shota Umino defeating Chase Owens, although a lot of people are pretty upset that lasted 19 minutes. Ryohei Oiwa defeating Yuto Ice. So dang, both Knockout Brothers eliminated. Dang. They're supposed to be the champs and they got knocked out. Dang. Oh well. Albert says, Busta Groove Ham song. Yeah, you remember Ham? from Busta Groove, Ham with 2 M's, would eat all the burgers. You know, the chorus. That's how the chorus went. Jerry Correa says, is a bummer that Galeno will leave Noah to wrestle overseas. Well, you know, can't stay there forever, right? Okay, let's take a look at these second round matchups. All right? And by all means, chime in with your predictions. Okay, starting from the top left. Yuya Uemura versus Drilla Maloney. This one's kind of tough. This one's tough. This one could actually go either way. But a big part of me does kind of expect a strong showing from Yuya Uemura. So I'm actually going to say Yuya Uemura defeats Drilla Maloney to advance to the quarterfinals. All right. Don Fale versus Shingo Takagi. Shingo, please win this. Please win this. Don't you dare lose to Don Fale. Bump House of Torture. Bump House of Torture. Oh, man. Blood Money's going Yuya Uemura. I agree. But yeah, I'm going Shingo Takagi to defeat Don Fale. Ren Narita versus Satoshi Kojima. I mean, I hate to say it, but Ren Narita will most likely win. I don't see Satoshi Kojima advancing. So, much as I hate to say it, Ren Narita. Blood Money's going Shingo as well. And bump House of Torture. Let's see. Bolton Oleg versus Hanare. You know what? Bolton Oleg has really been on a roll. Especially just recently dethroned Tomohiro Ishii to become the NJPW Strong Openweight Champion. So, yeah, I think Bolton Oleg will beat Hanare and advance to the quarterfinals. Blood Money says Ren Narita and Bolton Oleg to win on March 12th. Callum Newman and Hiroki Goto for March 13th. Okay. Raka says House of Torture will win to honor Evil. Ugh. Yeah. Ew. Let's see. Going to the top right, Jake Lee, Hiroki Goto. I'm definitely going Goto. But you never know. I mean, Jake Lee, you never know. But yeah, I'm going Hiroki Goto. Callum Newman, Hartley Jackson. I mean, Hartley Jackson has the size advantage, but I do agree. I think Callum Newman ends up advancing. So, Callum Newman over Hartley Jackson. Shota Umino, Yujiro Takahashi. That's a pretty simple one. Gonna go Shota Umino. And then, oh man, we got a showdown within the ranks of the Mighty Don't Kneel as Ryohei Oiwa will take on Zack Sabre Jr. Oh man. Well, gotta go Zack Sabre Jr. Sucks he's gotta go up against his tag partner, but hey, in tournament season, that can happen. So, yeah. Oh yeah, you're also picking Shota Umino, Zack Sabre Jr. Yeah, same. Albert says Tana and Gato have no choice but to have some of the young guys start winning and win big matches, tournaments. Yeah, they're gonna have to get to that point. They're definitely gonna have to get to that point sooner or later. Hopefully, probably should be sooner, but you never know. But let's see. So The second round will take place, so the first two matches will be on March 10th. That's Tuesday. And then you got the next two on March 12th. That's a Thursday. And then Friday the 13th. Wow. Two matches there. And then Saturday the 14th, the final two second round matches. And then that'll be the end of the second round. So we'll pretty much have the second round of this tournament completed by the end of the week. Albert also says Zack Sabre Jr. for the win by tap out. Oh, oof. Yikes. But that's what he does. That's what he does. So yeah, that's the New Japan Cup 2026 so far. First round in the books. We're going to get through the second round this week. And yeah. All right. Now let's go to the Stardom Cinderella Tournament 2026. We now have our quarterfinal matches set in stone. And I have to say, this tournament has really gotten very interesting. Let's see how we got here. So we have, starting from the top left, we have Hanan that has qualified and made it to the quarterfinals. She defeated Momokogo in the first round, and then just defeated Rana Yagami in the second round to punch her ticket to the quarterfinals. Of course, Hanan won this tournament in 2024, so definitely is a strong candidate to win it this year. I know she's definitely a favorite, so I could definitely see the potential of her winning this again. Albert says this can go so many ways on a particular side of the bracket. For reals. Maki Ito, the cutest in the world, defeated her Ito Respect Army newest rookie, Kikyo Furusawa, in the first round, and then didn't have to do jack in the second round because Saori Ano and Fuwa-chan got themselves eliminated. So therefore, Maki Ito fast-tracked to the quarterfinals. I mean, hey, that can happen sometimes. Hendrix is happy fan. Hanan fan noises. There you go. Raka says, my semifinal prediction is almost true. Wow. Oh, yeah? Uh-oh. We have the cleaner, Aya Sakura, defeated Fukigen Death in the first round. And then, once again, she didn't have to worry about a second round match because Hanako and Yuria Hime ate a double count-out elimination, therefore fast-tracking Aya Sakura to the quarterfinals. And then what has been, I think is safe to say, the biggest surprise in this tournament so far, the young rookie Rion, with two major upsets. First round, defeating the high-speed champion, pinning her clean in Yuna Mizumori, and then turning around and eliminating over the top rope Natsupoi. Wow. Eliminating two straight Cosmic Angels to make it to the quarterfinals. And yet has to face another Cosmic Angel in the quarterfinals. Wow, this is crazy. Stone Cold Rion. All of the Rion-nators assemble because Rion, don't be shocked if she somehow makes it to the semifinals. And she's already got Yuna Mizumori cheering her on. which to the dismay of Aya Sakura. So Aya Sakura is probably going to let out some rage, but... And then the right side of the bracket, oh yeah, Stone Cold Rion. You know it, my friend. All right, let's look at Sayaka Kurara, last year's winner. She defeated Saki Kashima in the first round, and then turned in the second round, eliminating Tomoka Inaba in a very back and forth, hard fought battle. That was a really strong match, But yeah, Sayaka Kurara on her way to the quarterfinals. And then Rina defeating Akira Kuragane in the first round, which Akira did put up a really good fight. And then, she freaking eliminated Ami Sourei with a dang on flash pin. Why does it always got to be the smaller wrestlers that beat the bigger wrestlers by dang on flash pins? Yeah, I guess that's a common thing. Oh well. But yes, Rina beat Ami Sourei to make it to the quarterfinals. Whatever, man. Andy says, I could see them heading to Aya versus Sayaka. Yeah, Hendrix, I see you. You ain't funny. Dang it. Hina, what many may say was an upset victory, her beating Xena in the first round. And then her beating, in a pretty hard-fought battle, beating Azusa Inaba in the second round to advance to the quarterfinals. And then, what many say is another shocking turn of events, Kevin Miyu Amasaki getting 2 big victories over Rina Yamashita in the first round, and then pinning Saya Ida in the second round to punch her ticket to the quarterfinals. So we got a really crazy set of quarterfinal matchups, ladies and gentlemen. So let's break it down. Albert says, Hina and Miyu Amasaki have been doing very well. And see, what's very interesting, look at this. Both Inaba sisters out, all 3 of the Judoka sisters still in this tournament. It's wild. So, let's break down these quarterfinal matchups. Starting from the top left, we got Hanan versus Maki Ito. So, here's the thing. Could they potentially push Maki Ito to the semifinals? I think it'll be hard, considering she's going up against a former winner in Hanan. I can't really picture Maki Ito pulling it off. I mean, at one point, I thought about the idea of Maki Ito in the Final Four in, previous streams. But being that she has to face Hanan, I just don't know if I could see her beating Hanan. I just don't know. Yeah, Albert, the Inabas are gone. Yeah, just like that. Both eliminated in the second round, too. I'm going to say Hanan. I'm gonna say Hanan. I just can't see Maki doing it. Now, here's the thing. Oh, Blood Money says Maki Ito and Aya Sakura to win on the left side will be the first semifinal, and the others, Sayaka Kurara and Hina, advance. Now, what are your honest thoughts on why do you think Maki Ito advances? Like, what are your honest thoughts there? Are you saying from a perspective that her and Aya Sakura will battle again, mainly just based off of that? Aya Sakura versus Rion. Now this is very interesting because, like I mentioned, Rion has already eliminated 2 Cosmic Angels to get to the quarterfinals. And she's about to face another one in Aya Sakura. But at the same time, Aya Sakura has really gotten this story going with her being the cleaner. And this is something that could be long-term for her. Could be a new thing long-term for Aya Sakura. Not to mention, there's been a little bit of dissension with her and Cosmic Angels. Especially stemming from, her tag partner, Sayaka Kurara. So, who knows? I mean, after all, with Saki Kashima getting ready to retire in April, that opens up a spot. And who's to say that it could be Aya Sakura? Maybe that's how she eventually gets to God's Eye. But we'll see. But could Rion do it again and punch her ticket to the semis? Blood money. Okay, just to get Aya Sakura her win back. Okay, gotcha. Albert says Hanan will rep the left side of the bracket. Hina just might for the right side of the bracket. Okay, those are good predictions. But you know what? And I was talking to a friend of mine about this. Shout out to Brian the Chase Danger. And he made a good point. He made a really good point. Get ready, y'all, because I think, and I honestly agree with him. I think Rion's about to become the new member of Cosmic Angels. She earned the respect of Natsupoi, as well as Yuna Mizumori. Not to mention, she's pretty much earned herself a high-speed title opportunity against Yuna Mizumori. But I honestly think Rion might be the newest member of Cosmic Angels incoming. Maybe she officially joins after her high-speed title match with Yuna Mizumori. Maybe something like that. But I agree with my friend. I think definitely Rion's going to be the next member of Cosmic Angels. So, I'm just having a hard time picking between Aya Sakura and Rion. I'll be rooting for Aya Sakura, but I won't be mad if Rion wins. Because I like them both. But I'll be rooting for Aya Sakura. I'll just say that. Andy says, hear me out. Aya and Kurara draw in the finals, both getting a wish in which they agree to defend their New Blood tag team. Really, Andy? Really? Wow. Just for that, you deserve to get hit on the head by Mizuki's Pico Hammer once she gets it back. Just for that statement. Raka says, Unimon sponsored Rion. Yeah, so it was a backstage segment with Rion, or not with Rion, but Aya Sakura and Yuna Mizumori. And pretty much Unimon was saying that she was going to cheer on Rion to win the tournament, despite Aya Sakura, being her stablemate, and that pretty much pissed off Aya Sakura. So, yeah. So, like I said, don't be surprised if Aya Sakura might eventually leave Cosmic Angels. Because there's a little bit of dissension there. between her and Unimon and her and Carrara. But, okay. Right side of the bracket. Sayaka Carrara versus Rina. This is a rematch from last year's finals. I mean, it's just interesting that they're meeting in the quarterfinals, even though they met in the finals last year. So, I'm still banking on Sayaka Carrara winning this whole thing. So I'm going to say Carrara defeats Rina. But, you know, I wouldn't be mad if Rina won. And you know something? Saya Kamatani could probably end up being there. And, you know, maybe she'll cheat to help Rina win. After all, Sayaka Carrara keeps raiding Saya Kamatani's book signings and autograph signings. So, I mean, they're definitely building up something there. But I'm going to say Carrara for now. But don't be surprised if Rina pulls it off with help from Kamatani. And then Hina versus Miyu Amasaki. Definitely going to go Hina. I don't really see Miyu making the semis. I just... Miyu in the Final Four, I just can't see it. I mean, those were two impressive victories over Rina Yamashita, who's now endorsing Miyu Amasaki as the Cinderella. And a big victory over Saya Ida. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm going to say Hina advances. So overall, as of now, I'm thinking Hanan, Aya Sakura, Sayaka Carrara, and Hina as the Final Four. But they could go a multitude of different directions with this. Let's see. The inspiration for New Blood Tag. No! That's a bunch of doo-doo. The Cinderella Miyu Amasaki. Yeah, that's what Rina Yamashita. Yeah. Andy says the first ever team to hold the New Blood Tag titles and the Princess. No! Bridging the gap between the feuding promotions, united everyone. If that's the way that they unite both promotions, then that's going to be the saddest moment in Joshi Pro Wrestling history. Saddest moment in Joshi Pro Wrestling history. But, and then shout out to the Chase Danger again. He was telling me he believes that we're either going to get Hanan versus Rina in the finals or Aya Sakura versus Sayaka Carrara in the finals. And honestly, I think those are definitely two strong possibilities for finals. Hanan and Rina or Aya Sakura, Sayaka Carrara. I think those are pretty strong candidates. But, so, the quarterfinals will take place on the 11th, if I remember correctly. Let me make sure. Yeah, the 11th. The 11th is when the quarterfinals will take place. So, we will find out this Wednesday. You know what? Let me see. Oh, they announced Matt Tremont for the Death Vegas Invitational. So Matt Tremont added to the list. Let me see what time the quarterfinals is. I'm actually curious. What time is that? Oh, dang, 4:30 in the morning? Bump that. Dang. Oh, well. Oh, guess I won't be live reacting to that. Selfishly, I want Hina or Miyu Amasaki to win Cinderella. Two overlooked ladies finally getting their due. Hey, now Hina winning it? That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool, Hina winning it. Miyu Amasaki? I don't know. Like, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, something else I wanted to mention, just in case y'all didn't hear about this, but we got a new rookie for Marigold that's going to be making her debut very soon. Check it out. We have Ai, who will be making her debut on March 14th at Korakuen Hall against the Mad Dog of Naniwa and Yuka Yamazaki. And then the day after, she's got a singles match against Nao Ishikawa. So, looks like we have, kind of reminds me of, I see what you mean now, Rockus. Kind of, has like the Sub-Zero, the Frost look. But yeah, newest rookie from Marigold. But that's good. It's good to start seeing some new, fresh talent come up through the ranks of Marigold. So that's good. That's good. They're putting that dojo to work. Putting that dojo to work. This is good. This is awesome. Kevin winning the Cinderella would give her an accolade over the other Neo Genesis ladies. That is a good point. That is a good point. That's right, because the other members have never won that tournament. That's a good point. Yeah. Thought it was pronounced AI. Y'all are funny. Y'all are silly. Let's see. But yeah. Yeah, finally, a new rookie from the Marigold Dojo. Yeah, this is exciting. That is exciting. But yeah, good to hear. They got to get some more talent, though. They got to keep going. They got to keep on going. So, that'll be good. That'll be really good. As a matter of fact, let's take a quick look at Marigold. Oh yeah, that's right. Another match that's been announced, y'all. Check it out. Darkness Revolution will be defending the Twin Star Tag Team Championships against the combo of the Amethyst Butterfly, Koki Amare, and the Marigold World Champion herself, Brilliant Future, Miku Ano. But yeah, that'll also be on March 14th at Korakuen Hall. But yeah, big opportunity for Koki Amare to win her first Marigold Championship. But I think Darkness Revolution will retain. I mean, Chiaki's got to get her lick back. She's got to get her lick back in some form or fashion. So I could see Darkness Revolution retain. But yeah, so got that to look forward to. And also Shoko Koshino has started her I think it is a 7-match trial series. But yeah, she just recently went up against Miku Ano. And next up, she'll go up against Utami Hayashishita. So, she's going to be busy. She's going to be busy. Oh, yeah. And also, Lavienne Rose. Lavienne Rose will defend the 3D Trios Championships. First defense against Icon Peach Arrow, Mai Iwatani, Victoria Yuzuki, Komomo Minami. Oh, shoot. Ooh! Albert, you're picking Miku and Koki to become the new tag champs? Interesting. Interesting. Wow. Okay. They need the bodies pretty bad. You are right about that. Definitely agree there. But wow, you're going for the upset. Okay. So Miku Ayano 2 belts? Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, that's going to be a tough first defense for Lavienne Rose. Or the trios titles. But should be fun. Should be fun. Oh man. But got quite a lot to look forward to. But yeah. Raka says, well, Estrella's V0 Lavienne Rose? I don't think so, but I mean, crazier things have happened. But I think they'll retain. Besides, they gotta get Irina Yamanaka going pretty well in Marigold. So I do think they'll end up retaining. I think they'll end up retaining. But yeah. Albert says, hey Blitz, just for the lulz, the Inspiration capture the Marigold Twin Star Tag Team Championships, Goddess Tag Team Championships, and Oz Academy. You're throwing the Oz Academy tag titles in there too? What? Really, Albert? You had to go there and throw in the Oz Academy tag titles? The same Oz Academy tag team titles that I saw Fukuoka Double Crazy capture while I was in Japan live? Come on, Albert. Come on, Albert. Come on, Albert. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Albert, come on, dude. Come on, dude. Andy says, heck of a stream tonight, Blitz. Lots of fun. You could even say it was icon. Come on, Andy. FWC could do 2 out of 3. They need twin stars to complete the set. Come on, Albert. Come on, Andy. Come on, guys. Really? Really? Hendrix, don't you freaking dare. You're the International Ribbon Tag Team. Hendrix, dude. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Why? See, y'all are being mean like Bluto. Y'all are being mean like Bluto right now. Y'all are being mean, so mean that y'all had dreams of beating yourself up. That's how mean y'all are being right now. That's how mean y'all are being right now. I should play that song right now, but I don't want to get flagged. Y'all, that's mean. You know what I mean? Y'all sure are mean. Yeah, mean. I know what you say. I know what you mean. Mean. I know what you mean. Dang, I might have to go back and see that movie again. That movie's old. Ricardo, welcome to the stream. How's everybody doing? I'm doing all right, but they are trolling me like badly. I guess according to Albert, it's going to be iconic. No iconic. No iconic. FWC taking the International Ribbon Tag Team title. Okay. Now you're speaking my language. Okay, we're cool now. We're cool now. We're cool now. Don't forget the inspiration winning the. No, why you gotta bring Sendai into this? Ruckus, dude. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on now. Come on now. No. 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 Dang. Y'all are mean. Why y'all so mean? Y'all are like the elementary school bullies that trip over the kid in this German chocolate cake and made him fall face first into German chocolate cake. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are like the folks in the old Eggo commercials where the folks are like, "Let go my Eggo," and y'all are always taking the Eggos. Y'all are mean like the kid that would take the other kid's Easter eggs and put them in their basket without them looking. That's how mean y'all are. Y'all are mean like when Natsupoi turned on Donna Del Mundo and made Micah and Tekla cry and super kick Julia and all that. Y'all, that's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like I'm the wall outlet and y'all stuck a fork in me. That's how mean y'all are being. Y'all are being mean like how y'all will cause a Xbox red ring of death. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like when Shin Sakura Hirota does the kancho on different people. Sometimes multiple times. That's how mean y'all are. Y'all are mean like whenever Natsu Sumire gives the Bronco Buster, but she does extra poses before she does it. That's how mean y'all are. Y'all are being mean like the time where Saki Kashima pinned Mayu Iwatani in 13 seconds. That's how mean y'all are. Y'all are mean like Hanan trying to attempt to twerk. That's how mean y'all are. And that just doesn't work. Y'all are mean like when Mariah May shoved May Sarah into that locker room. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like every single time Yuki Kamifuku pokes somebody in their eyes. That's how mean y'all are being. Y'all are being mean, kind of like how the friend that accidentally corrupted your save file when he borrowed your memory card. That's how mean y'all are being. Y'all are being mean like the times where you play duck duck goose, and when you get around to the person and you say goose, and they get up, and somebody in the line trips them so that the other person can get to the spot. That's how mean y'all are being. Y'all are being mean like all those high schoolers that like to play open chess. That's how mean y'all are being. Y'all are being mean equivalent to a personal foul, unnecessary roughness in NFL games. That's how mean y'all are being. Y'all are being mean like all the times where Daffy Duck gets more hate than Bugs Bunny. That's how mean y'all are. Y'all are mean like the times Foghorn Leghorn grabs a hold of the dog and just beats his butt with that big stick. That's how mean y'all are being. Y'all are being mean like that time Nico Harrison made the decision to trade away Luka Doncic to the Lakers like a dum-dum after going to the finals the previous season. That's how mean y'all are being. Y'all are being mean like that time Ron Artest jumped into the stands to beat up that fan after getting a beer thrown on him. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like the time that Stewie beat up Brian because he owed him money and he kept asking where his money is and he didn't give him his money until near the end. That's how mean y'all are being. Y'all are being mean like the time where Quagmire roasted Brian because he asked him, "How do you not like me?" That's how mean y'all are being. Y'all are being mean like all three times Ami Sourei has lost in her Wonder of Stardom Championship matches. That's how mean y'all are being. Y'all are being mean like the fact that y'all won't give Ami Sourei a shot at the IWGP Women's Championship, and it could come to the point that Shuri might even lose that title before she gets a chance. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like the fact Asuka doesn't have a WrestleMania victory right now. That's how mean y'all are being. Y'all are being mean like the fact that they took away Bad Butts using Baby Got Back as their entrance theme and they had to come up with a new one. Yappy had to come up with a new one. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like the fact that the Inspiration intentionally counted themselves out to avoid losing the titles to the Kabuki Warriors. I'm sorry, the Iconics. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like how much I dislike Eileen and Virtua Fighter. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like the fact that Maurice was a two-time WWE Divas champion. That's how mean y'all are being. Y'all are being mean like the time Eddie Murphy was talking about how that ice cream truck driver kept driving to see how far the kids would chase after them in this stand-up Delirious. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like a close-up of a leg cramp where you see all the bubbling and weirdness and all the tendons moving and all that. That's how mean y'all are being. Y'all are being mean like the fact that others have made fun of me for not being able to do the moonwalk. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like the time that I would get far in the Carolina Game Summit at Virtua Fighter tournaments and then would run into that demo guy and would lose. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are mean like the time I played a recent game of the newest Madden and using Stephon Gilmore guarding Amon-Ra St. Brown and seeing Amon-Ra St. Brown moss Stephon Gilmore, although having covered completely. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like all the fans that keep making fun of Cam Newton because he didn't jump on a fumble, but yet don't want to talk about how the fumble happened in the first place. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like 8th level original Mario Brothers. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like the dude that made the parody video of how he got his World of Warcraft account deleted. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like the time that I experienced Hurricane Fran and got sick and threw up in the middle of the night. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Mean like the one time that this really big kid that I knew back in elementary school gave me a wedgie. That's how mean y'all are being right now. I was in the 3rd grade, too. Y'all are being mean like the kid that was sitting behind me on the way back from Disney World on the plane that kept kicking my chair but couldn't speak English, could only speak and understand Spanish. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like the Emerald and Ruby weapons in Final Fantasy VII and how difficult those fights were. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Ooh, y'all are being mean like those Yans in Final Fantasy IX that get like 5 turns back to back and can blow away each of your party members with a freaking sneeze attack. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like that undead pirate ship in Final Fantasy VII that could get rid of your party member with a Gioianni attack. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like extreme difficulty Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. That's how mean y'all are being. Y'all are being mean like how difficult it is to get every last one of those different licenses in Gran Turismo 2. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Y'all are being mean like taking repeated kendo stick shots from Risa Serra, who's now retired. That's how mean y'all are being right now. Well, I don't have any more Tootsie Pop on this stick anymore, so I guess we're cool now. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed evening. I'll see y'all in the